this is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly swing trade ideas video where we bring you stocks based on a variety of discretionary, technical, and quantitative criteria, all of which we'll break down for you in just a moment. As always, these videos are sponsored by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We curate all of our long ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to their stock lists with a link in the description of this video. So we're going to kick things off here with our discretionary bucket. What that basically means is this is myself looking through our TR150 watch list and IBD's watch lists and pulling out the stocks that look interesting from really just a technical analysis kind of 101, good trends, momentum, price action, and sort of just pulling out some things that look actionable and interesting. So we got three names we're going to look at here. Let's start it off with BLFS. So this is the first name here. You can see if we zoom out, nice strong trend that developed in 2020. This is not quite all-time highs for the stock. This is a stock that goes back to the 90s. So it's not at all-time highs, but it's at multi-year highs. And so when I look at this stock, especially on like a weekly time frame here, we essentially broke out from this $21 range in 2020. We broke out above the peak here around $26. And we've just had a very orderly trend to the upside. So if I go back to a daily chart here, we broke this immediate channel that we were trading in, and we're starting to pull back. This is the first real meaningful pullback in this stock from its trend to the upside. It had about a 20% pullback, and it already looks like it's trying to stabilize here. So what I basically would be watching for here is just more stabilization to come in, a higher low to get put in, and then if this can start to rally up here, could very well just continue this nice trend to the upside. So BLFS, that's what I'm looking at here in this particular stock. No position in this name. So that's our first idea. Number two is Utz, UTZ. So Utz Brands. I don't know if this just came back public or if it was never public, but this came in, started trading in 2019, and you can see the volume really came in here in 2020 and started to stair step higher, and you can see a very strong trend that has developed over the past 12 months. If we look here at a weekly time frame, take a look at this action. We essentially have been consolidating high and tight just under this $23 area for the past 3.5 weeks. And if we look at this week's trading and today's trading, really, you can see the push back up towards these highs. There's potential we're going to close today at new closing highs here for this stock. Technically, again, just holding up well. Levels are just very clear here. It's exactly what you'd like to see from a traditional kind of TA perspective. So Utz, trend, momentum, working, bullish, healthy. That's number two on our list here. And number three is NVAX. So this one here is a biotech. You can see here that, again, this one's not at all-time highs either. It's at multi-year highs and going back up towards the top end of a range, going all the way back to 95. This stock has been trading and still at this level. So it's been a little bit of a painful hold here for buy and holders. But in the immediate term, there's some trend and there's some momentum at the stock's back. So what we have here is just, again, good support carving out around $78, $79. We have a nice tighter range that is developed up here between 105 and let's call it mostly about 135, 137. And so if this can start to resolve back up through here, I think we got a good shot at, just coming back up to testing these highs up here around 180. And then if it breaks out and that trend continues, then certainly icing on the cake. So NVAX, that is the third idea from our discretionary bucket. Again, please do your homework on all of these names. Two of these names, or this one's biotech. This is a smaller mid-cap biotech name, but BLFS. This one here is only $1 billion, which, in today's world is not so huge. Still a big company, but again, do your homework on these particular companies. So that's it. So that's the discretionary bucket. Let's move to the technical side. So these are TC2000 technical scans that we've written. If you're a TC2000 user, you can go to our website. We've got an entire store built out. You can download scans. Some are free, some are paid, but you can get these on your platform. So the first here is HEAR. This is our pullback strength scan, and I actually found this on a weekly time frame. So this is Turtle Beach, and what I see here with this particular stock is, you essentially had this tight range that this had been trading in for 6-7 months, between about 16 and change to a low 20s. We broke out in December of 2020, and then we have come back down here and retested the breakout, and it looks like it's trying to hold. So let's go down to a daily chart here. You can see today's action is kind of mixed. Nice breakout, nice gap, but there is a topping tail going on here, so it'll be interesting to see how it finishes out the day. Ideally, though, for this stock, it holds over 20. That's essentially what you'd be looking for. You want to stay over this range. You want to hold the breakout. You want to stay over 20, and if it starts to roll back over, then all bets are off. So HEAR, pullback strength scan, trying to get going here after the pullback. We'll see if that happens. The second idea from our technical scan list is a bearish idea. It's actually PNFP. And this one here comes from our evening star scan. So this is a candlestick pattern, been around forever. We did not invent this scan. We've simply taken the rules of the evening star candlestick pattern and implemented them in TC2000. So if you're not familiar with an evening star, let's talk it through. It's essentially a 3-bar pattern. It's a bearish pattern. The first bar, which is this one right here, is an expansion in range higher. It's a higher, higher move, bigger move candle to the upside, right? So that's this session right here. The second candle in this pattern has to be an indecisive sort of mixed bar here, which basically says it failed to go up, kind of failed to go down, closed exactly where it opened, doji looking. That's what the second bar has to look like. And then the third bar is essentially the failure, the breakdown back below bar 2 and retracing the range of bar 1. That is an evening star pattern. It signals short-term exhaustion or tops in financial instruments and markets. And that's exactly what we have here. It works best when the particular underlying instrument is overbought. And if we zoom out here, you can see this has had one heck of a run to the upside here. So I think it checks all the boxes. Perfect sort of depiction here of an evening star pattern, and again would kind of signal that there's some short-term exhaustion going on. So PNFP, that's the bearish idea from our evening star scan. Last but not least is a quantitative bucket. So these are signals derived from our trading systems, and it is Zoom video. So Zoom video is actually a holding right now on two of our trading systems, on both of our trading systems. So Merlin and Lamerick. Merlin has been in Zoom for a longer period of time. It looks like we got involved in Zoom back in December, the end of December. So right in here is when our Merlin trading system started to accumulate or signal that this was ripe for buying. It was clearly a little bit early. Owned it at 283 was our entry price. And you can see it did have a little bit of pain to endure on this latest leg lower, but we're starting to see it kind of push back to our entry price. We're not trying to sell it at our entry price. We're looking for targets much higher. So we are long in our Merlin trading system for Zoom, but also Lamerick, our other shorter term tactical swing trading system, took a position in this morning, in fact, at 256. So 256, we got involved in this in the AM, and so far so good. This is a shorter term signal here, so Lamerick's going to look to flip this out pretty quick. A couple of days time, that's usually its behavior. So it's not going to stick around in this long, especially with the nice profit it's already captured here. Merlin, though, is going to be more patient on this. So Zoom video hitting both of our quantitative systems here, and so far, well, we'll see how it goes. One system's looking good with it, and then the other one's getting back to even. Good volume coming in here, and obviously a poster sort of leader name for 2020. So that's it. That is what we got for this week's trade ideas. Handful of different looks there. Again, do your homework on all of these names. They're not blind buys. You should make sure they fit your time frame, risk tolerance, and all that good stuff. So that's it for me. If you like these videos, we publish them every Wednesday. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us at The Trade Risk. I'd actually love to know, if anyone's still sticking around here at the end, what was your favorite idea here? Or any of these look interesting to you? Which one was your favorite? Leave a comment below. I'd love to read it and see what your thoughts are on these stocks. So that's it. Thanks so much and have a great day.